The library?
Come on, let's go in. Guess I'll do.
Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Alright, I guess we'll just fucking look at books and shit. Alright. There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere.
The laptop? It's gonna be in that other room, clearly, but...
Let's try the other room. Let's fucking go in. Let's go hard.
If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right?
Hurry up and go inside.
Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Okay, bitch.
Whoa! There's so many books and files.
I felt the inner
I know.
valve coming out of that.
And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Alright, well, should we talk to him or investigate shit?
Check out that chest of pulley drawers on the floor.
Oh,
Nice. That's probably nothing but...
okay.
What? Okay. There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these
That's
things?
enough.
Stuff.
Those documents are dangerous.
Dangerous.
They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes.
Sure.
Dangerous truth for a commoner.
Do you mean like members of the Diet or something?
No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there.
You're just kidding, right?
Am I?
I'll just let it go for now.
Alright. This is the
Might as well just talk to him. Okay, yeah. There's a ton of
Is
thick
this the same shit?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, there it's a little different. Okay, my bad. The kind of thing that any normal person would ever want to look at. Be careful.
Huh? What do you mean?
All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you would expect to leak.
Then you want to tell me why I'm in here, then?
Right?
Oh?
Fucking
talk to
I
him.
think, what about...
We're probably just gonna have to talk to him, and then they'll let's look at the books.
Okay. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. I love you.
This shop is stuffed tight with files.
I said flies. I was like, that's weird. Is that not unusual to anyone else?
Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to
Do
select
I?
that file.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's the report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now?
Yes.
There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it.
Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Right behind him. Or the ladder.
The ladder?
See? The step ladder.
Oh. I don't think the step ladder is there. Hold on. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. We already go. So, okay, so let's try this lamp right here. So,
Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
do you have a problem with that lamp? Got a problem with lamps, bruh? What you got against lamps, fam? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I figured I'd put it to good use.
So then you moved it back, or... Cause it's here now, bitch.
Oh, what's up here? Is that a camera? see what it... Oh, it's a camera. Okay, I don't even care. Good for you. I think there is something like...
Yeah, just click on the shelf that's behind him.
Okay.
Thick files. Cold cases.
Yeah. Oh shit, hold on.
For cops only.
Yeah, bitch. Okay, be careful.
Maybe we should talk to him again. This man alive. Oh, the box in front of the stairs.
This way.
Maybe. Here's a wooden box. It's empty.
What does it
What
look
was
like?
in
It looks
there?
like a charger, like almost like a phone charger. It's not a phone charger, but I don't... It's like a cord and then a device.
Something at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like there was something inside. Maybe the jump rope she was... No. I wonder what it was.
There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library.
An extension cord, huh?
So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
This can't be for real, right,
Such
bitch?
ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie.
Oh.
You're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not that. It's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
It's no use. I can't keep up with all of this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it?
What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they're actually or what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything.
You don't pull your punches, do you?
Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right?
Someone setting off fireworks?
Yeah, 4th of July is 2 days ago.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Well, what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt.
Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents? And more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why...
My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty.
Huh?
Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is that possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way.
Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro.
Save your surprise, the best is yet to come. For the second characteristics, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out.
Huh?
In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. About that aspect. The only the key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
In other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
Then Genocide Jack really is... Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. Ferret? I was right. Yeah. It's like ferret.
Such
Correct. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might show you myself. They're gay. He's gay. In my mind, they're gay. So, are you just gonna re-research shit?
The where were the cases kept?
I don't know. We're just gonna go through all this. They reveal the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows.
You already said that.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm a liar.
That's right.
What's this shit? Yep, we read this one. We just talk to him again?
Maybe?
Do we just beg on our knees and suck his dick? Or what's up?
Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Shit's serious.
It's even titled Murder Cases of Genocide Jack. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Hang on.
Or a custom pair. The scissors were custom made. Every pair left each of them were... See, because Chihiro didn't have multiple stab wounds.
Nope, she had blunt force trauma. There were no stab wounds at all.
Yeah.
So it's different in that way. Plus, these all seem to be guys. So why would the murderer have chosen Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30.
That was good. That was good. See if you can keep
Well,
it
now
up.
I'm gonna fuck up.
See if you can keep it up.
Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Umejima. There was no end to it, but they're all men. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the same way. No, not the fact that they're all men. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood.
So what this means is the killer didn't actually know how Genocide Jack handled his killing, because all the public knew was bloodlust. Essentially, they didn't knew.
And the fact that they were hung, so maybe whoever the killer
Like they said
ended up getting into this room without his knowledge, and they scanned through it quickly, maybe hoping to frame him because he was the one who mentioned Genocide Jack.
That's true. That's true. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit.
The next page.
Suspense. Suspense.
Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night.
And this one was at night, or technically in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning.
The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Why would they have been in a panic? Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this.
Maybe in a panic to blend in if someone,
You wouldn't be panicking if you're trying to blend in.
I guess that's true. I was thinking, yeah. I was gonna say in the event someone saw them, but if someone saw them, that's just game over, period.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess only if they were trying to play it smart, like they walked away kind of panicked, hoping that they weren't seen. It was like, oh my god, I saw a dead body, so they kind of like freaked out in that
maybe.
regard.
But then that would
feel
mean
like
they'd have to be the one to report the murders.
that's true. I don't know. That's a good question.
Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder, which again points to
So,
Tokyo.
in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, well, split personality. Yeah.
A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. Some part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon.
Huh? Where are we going?
Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we?
Wait, Byakuya!
They're so gay. Then wait for me.
As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up.
Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial.
Huh? Just all of a sudden like
I
that?
don't have time to play with you.
Come on. Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together this whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Well, goodbye.
And just like that, he was gone. And just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene. The girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room, too. You don't say. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can.
This is a good stopping point. We learned a lot.
Yeah, we did learn a lot.
We did shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel satisfied?
Yeah. Why are there, like, prison chairs?
They're practically in prison.
Yes, but that would mean that even when the school was open, it was practically like a prison. Because there were chairs up against the windows.
Yeah.
But for what purpose? Like, who?
Alright, we're gonna ask people questions and we're gonna call it. Yeah. Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if
Another stat increase for me.
Evidence? What did you find?
I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from under his lungs. From his lungs. Not really under.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah. Miss Londonberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too.
Really? What did she see?
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right?
Okay, so where's Celeste now?
The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there.
What's it gonna be?
Alright, should we hunt for her, or should we... What the fuck's the warehouse? Oh, the warehouse. That's where we talked to Chihiro with the bees and shit.
Yes.
Right.
The room where I was like, what is this?
What is this? Yeah, that's exactly how you sound. I love you, don't hate me. Where was that place?
Second floor. Maybe not.
It doesn't say. Oh, archive library. No, archive room is bad. Oh, what is that? That's class 2A. That's gym entry. That's hallway. Kitchen, warehouse. So we'll go here. Oh, we
You
can't
cannot go there.
Bitch. Where can I go?
You have to go to the go place.
Oh my god, no place here allows me to go. Fine. You know what? I will deal with her later.
Okay. Oh, that felt good.
I was scared for a second. I was like, look guys, it's a body.
Let's talk to people, I guess.
Alright.
There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder.
Are you satisfied?
I'm really satisfied. Hey, Kyoko. Have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation?
Sorry. What is it?
wow.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder.
But
So then,
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
We know where to look for that.
Oh, with that.
She turned and left.
Great.
I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's handbook has been added to the truth. Fuck you.
Ah, sorry.
Yes.
I'm not sorry.
Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limit. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug.
Oh shit.
The extension cord! Oh no! Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head. Which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her.
Wow.
That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. Thank you. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together
Get it tied? Okay.
is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. I mean, do you
Should we
think
talk
it
to
might be
these
the guy?
people?
Byakuya?
I'm not gonna answer that. Just because if I put too much input, I saw the
that's true.
I saw the anime, so I know who the culprit is. I definitely know who the culprit is.
Dude had a real
Wait, we
complex
saw this
about
already.
being weak. Yeah.
Yeah, we were okay. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't any like extra shit.
I don't know, man.
I assume she'll be the same.
No forgiveness.
Oh no, that's different.
Well.
Definitely different. She's upset that Chihiro died.
Can confirm. There's still more I need to check. Should we examine the
What was it, the
bloodlust?
lockers?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
I think we should
Bloodlust
examine
it up. The word
Let's
bloodlust
see.
written wall, just like all those other cases. At every crime scene, the word
Yeah.
bloodlust is written.
Yeah.
Could only have been caused by
Yeah.
murder. There's a big blood stain, fatal injury, blow by the head. It has to be the murder weapon. The picture.
Yeah, it's the next. That was
Okay. It's the blood stained,
poster.
but like it looks like it's in. It's the blood-stained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but yes, it's an arrow. And the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Look,
I don't see an arrow.
okay, I see an arrow.
I mean, I guess like if I want to stretch it, but
A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of thing. The kind of place you'd find something like that's what was so confusing about it, because I remember seeing that in the boys' locker room, and then I was like, why do they also have this in the girls' locker room? Got it. So someone replaced it. So there's something behind it. There's a hole in the wall. That's why we need to check the boys' locker
yeah.
room.
Oh shit! Exit.
Bye, motherfucker.
Bye, bitch. she like grabbed my toes. It was a really awkward experience just now for both of us. No, that is a weird thing to have him.
Yep, that was not the poster. That was in the boys' locker room before.
Are you sure?
Yep. The swimsuit model was in the boys' locker room. I remember looking at it. So
this
this must
poster.
have been in the girls' locker room.
There's a popular boy band called
Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in with the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, there's definitely something strange about
Sorry,
this.
I'm like,
In the boys'
I'm like,
locker
I'm
room,
into
yeah,
it.
there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? Because she was murdered in the boys' locker room. Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. So
Maybe
talk
the
to Sakura or
Yeah, Sakura.
Aoi. Oi. Yep.
What?
Blood stain on the floor. And
You saw
someone
that?
trying to
Hold on.
clean it up. Yep.
Hold on, let me go back. Let me. I was like ready to move. I was like, fuck these bitches.
Yeah. They're probably Someone tried to clean it up.
I mean,
And it's in the yep. So they put the blood in the same spot where she had been killed. Cause see, it's the exact same setup, and that's where the blood stain in the thingy is there.
Yeah, that is weird. Stop touching my fucking toe. There's like weird shit going on behind the scenes, y'all don't know. It's fucking wiggity whack. That wasn't. I want to go back, like, at some other time and just look at the girls and boys locker room before all this shit.
Oh,
goes
at the
down.
very beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go talk to.
Sakura. She was in here.
Oh.
She's in the girls' locker room.
Oh, she won't even let me leave. Huh. It's like there's more things to uncover. Okay, we in this bitch now.
Yeah.
That was a good catch, Val. You're right. That is weird for that to be in the girls' locker room.
You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right,
Of
Sakura?
course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together.
Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters.
I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee. Jesus Christ.
Disgusting.
Every time I finish exercising, that's intense.
Yeah. You have protein coffee?
In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with a coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the car. Oh, okay.
It left a stain. She spilled it and it left a
Thank
fucking
you.
stain. A stain?
But I don't see any stain on the carpet
of
now.
course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. Disappearing stain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And so it wasn't blood, but coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure if he had,
Real
like...
complex.
Alright, so now we need to go to the warehouse. That's what we need to do.
Yes, off to the warehouse. I oh, you might have noticed the poster difference
See if
if you come across her.
Yeah. So we need to go... There's the third floor. What floor are we on? We're on the second floor. So we actually need to go. Yeah, we need to go to the storage room, which is on the first floor. Where's the storage room?
I remember it was close to the staircase.
Yeah,
No,
it's
maybe
not there. But remember, it was a box.
Yes. Maybe it was on the
Do you
first
have
floor.
anything to say?
Fortunate.
Hold on,
You fucking think?
yeah. No, you're dead. Wanna take a break and go to the store? Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. We're on a mission.
Where are you going, bro?
To the inn. I was trying to get somewhere. I'm just going places. I don't fucking. I'm confused where the fucking store. See,
There
ah,
it
there
is.
Okay.
Well, why are you going now?
Because I don't know where.
Celeste, what are you doing here? He literally told
I
you.
The warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supplies to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then you did find something.
Very well. I'll tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What? Really?
This was right before nighttime.
what are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
For realizing I was exercising?
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but... We're back. It would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly into the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. But you get what you deserve, I suppose.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying.
She wasn't wearing that when she died. She was wearing green.
Mm-hmm. And maybe she was... So I assume she was hiding it for whoever was working out with her. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste account, fuck you.
That's not what I meant to do. There's cameras. I don't know if any of this shit's good.
All different kind of food. Nothing noteworthy.
I don't think anything is noteworthy here.
Stuff. Nothing noteworthy.
Alright, last one, and I'm leaving. Great.
Stuff. Ooh, towels, jacket.
Oh, exciting. So we have to figure out about the extension cord. So I think we should go back
To the archive.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to on the since
on.
you're in the dorms. Talk to her.
And I can't go, but I can go here. So she's in the kitchen. Cause she exercises with.
I want warm
soccer.
bread. Hey, Hina. How's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there.
You left her?
My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry. Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating.
It's gonna be gone.
Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her.
Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Donut, of course.
Of course?
There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts.
Look how small her fucking hands are.
I know.
Really?
I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret.
Stupid bitch.
I should have tried to spend more time with her.
Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us.
Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from... all the girls.
Was she just shy?
I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. She was a boy. You want to blink some more?
It's not that it's hard. It's just really funny watching you figure things out. Like, that's all. You're just like, you like read things and you're like... I mean, these are pretty like obviously
Yeah.
blank lines. I get it. But it's just really funny. Like I can see the gears turning in your head as you're reading these lines. I'm like, any moment now, she's going to just ruin any kind of surprise and just be like, Chihiro's got a dick.
Okay. Oh, that explains the track jacket. Okay. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Oh my gosh, so
People are
stupid.
so dense. You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. No. Shut it down. So I think, so now that you revealed that Chihiro's got a dick, what do you think now? As I go to the archives, I try to figure this shit out. Spill your thoughts to me, sweet child. No, that's okay. Spoil the game for everyone watching.
No, I don't. It makes more sense now because she is a guy. So that fits in with the genocide Jack killings because they were all men and she was a dude. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, the mailbox. We need to check the mailbox. For her handbook.
But it's broken.
Is it?
Well, that's what it said.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
It said hers is missing.
Oh, well, Leon's is broken. Yeah. Well, I was referring to the ones in the fucking mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
But it said hers is now missing, so
Yeah?
we should go check the mailbox to see if that's where it...
We can go check the fucking mailbox.
What was in the... Nothing in the...
No, it just says, oh, the extension cord. Like, nothing of...
Check that. Why is there a lamp out here and in there? Oh, not turned in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now because it was used to tie her up.
Look at you, perceptive as fuck. I would have, like, passed right through that. I was like, I don't care about this fucking lamp. Okay. So we're good? We can leave?
Ow!
Oh.
Or not.
I'm glad the game does this, I'm not gonna lie. What is this?
Again? Oh, stopped functioning as a school. What's more, didn't even happen recently. Apparently closed down over a year ago. Mastermind probably took over the abandoned school in order to start this killing game. Which explains why there aren't any other students here. Because it's not a real school. And then there's these serious issues that forced the school to close down in the first place. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now? The Mastermind's motive. If we can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here, will that be enough to get us out of here?
Is that supposed to be an or?
No, the cold water bottle hit my back. So it was cold.
Oh, wait.
Thick layer of dust.
Maybe there's some kind of clue here? Guess not.
Check the bookshelves, I guess.
Let's go here first.
Packed tight with books, but looking at it, maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. Tight books, no clue.
Hey!
Yay!
You're so precious.
No clue.
So what else are we missing? We already looked at the letter. Looked at the lamp.
Go that way then, I guess? That's just the camera.
Can we leave? Still more. Maybe there's something in.
Yeah, maybe there's something in there now since we.
Let's check the lamp again. Sure it's dark over there. Okay. So the box one more time. Okay. These are all just bookshelves. Let's see.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
sorry, yeah.
To the. Oh,
It's
it's
gone.
gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? Or the owner
Probably
do something
Byakuya.
with it? I can't think of anyone but Byakuya.
Oh shit.
It's nighttime! Oh, no.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet,
time.
right?
We'll
Please
figure
go
out
through
this
the
week.
red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
See you soon.
Begin the class trial or...
Or
we have a
what,
choice.
bro?
Yeah. All right. So this is where we'll end here, and then the next episode we...
Class trial.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. See you in the next episode. Say bye to the good people.
Bye, good people.